I mean, Finland is a really small country, so you can compare like if Arkansas had a really good disc golf boom, it would be easier for people to get to know the sport. But if it's all of the United States, it's not that easy for people to get to know it. But in Finland, almost every single person knows disc golf, and people dress nice, and the courses are nice, so it's seen as a sport for sure.
Alrighty guys, here at the Waco Annual Charity Open with my good friend and Prodigy team player, Mr. Seppo Paju. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very good. Once again, I'm usually doing pretty good, and that's what it's like again.
Good. I know you are a really easygoing guy, and I really appreciate that from you, and I'm glad to be able to talk to you because we've been trying to line this up a couple times and finally making it happen.
Yep.
I know that you've been with Prodigy for quite some time. How long exactly have you been on Team Prodigy?
Since the very beginning, so 2013 January.
Wow. Are you the longest standing member at this point?
I was one of the originals, so Kale is still there, Kat, Will, there's still a few, Ragnar and a few others.
Okay. What about Prodigy has allowed or convinced you to stick around? We've seen so many people, going from manufacturer to manufacturer. It's cool to see somebody, really sticking true to it.
Well, I have since the beginning, since I first heard about Prodigy, I was really stoked about it because it was something really new, something fresh. I didn't expect it, so I really liked it since the beginning. And I'm in the business too. We're distributing the products to Europe, so that's what's mainly kept me with Prodigy, and also the products themselves. I just enjoy the company.
Yeah, I personally have a few D2s are really become I'm leaning on them for backhand and sidearm driving, so the discs fly great. I really like it. You kind of like Kevin are maybe more known as a power player. Everybody knows about your distance, and that's going to be showcased on a few of these holes out here. How do you feel going into that wooded section though, that maybe people wouldn't pick out as your strong suit?
Well, it might be that people don't know that I also like playing in the woods, because even though I throw hard, I still enjoy the most just throwing those low power shots in the woods. And I feel like I'm a pretty touchy player. I'm pretty good in the woods, so I'm really going to enjoy it, and I've been killing it here in the practice.
That's good to hear, man. I'm always pulling for you. I think one of the most notable discussion points around you is I think maybe up to halfway through last year, you had a very distinctive putting style. Is it more of like a spin putt out of the chest?
Yes.
And now it's basically the exact opposite. It's a lot more of a push putt style.
Yeah.
What was the catalyst for that change?
Well, it was just bad putting, basically. I was putting really bad and I wasn't feeling good with it, so I just decided to switch to something easier, and that was the easiest for me at the moment. It's been living a little bit, now it's a little bit different from what I changed it to. But here it's been actually really windy, so I've been going that spin putt a little bit, especially when it's strong head, when I like to have that more extra spin. But yeah, it's been living a little bit, and it's more of a push putt, and that's definitely the most natural way for me to put it in.
Cool. I mean, you say that you were putting bad, but your rating was still, well over. It was great rating. I think you're like over 1030 rated.
Yeah, well,
with the bad putting.
Actually, it was right below 1030, and when I switched to push putt, it rise to 1036, so I got like almost 10 extra points from push putt.
Wow, so yeah, there's the evidence right there. Yes. Clearly it's working.
Yeah.
Is that something you spent a good portion of your off season? I know I saw you were doing a lot of media stuff in your vlogs.
Yes.
What were you doing over the off season?
I was definitely, mostly when I was practicing, I was only basically practicing putting, but it hasn't been that easy, obviously. I've been working a lot, I've been doing this and that, but mainly when I've been practicing, it's been putting. But I like playing also, even when in the snow, so I've been playing a lot. I went to Spain a couple times. As he said, I've been vlogging a lot, and those been getting really good amount of views. Thank you, people. And yeah, just working a lot, course design, several projects over the winter. It's been a really busy winter for me.
Cool, and that's good to hear. You love to hear when people are busy. How have you been able to balance that? I know a lot of the pros, they're getting the new Sprinter vans, and a theme that I keep hearing is, they didn't quite play as much as they usually have because they've been investing their time so much. How is the work balance life for you?
Well, for the last couple of years, I've been spending more time in California in the winter, but this year I didn't at all. So it definitely was less disc golf for me, but I think it's good sometimes to take a little break. I definitely did not play as much as I used to, but I'm feeling good again. It took a little time. I played really poorly in Vegas, so it definitely showed there, but I'm getting back at it, so it didn't feel that bad after all.
Cool. And do you think that you're back to form right now, or if not, when do you, like, in your mind, see yourself, the goal? When are you getting back to form?
I definitely don't feel 100% yet, but I'm pretty close. I'm probably at about 90. I feel like I can get really good rounds together, but I'm still failing at some simple shots or easy pots. But I'm slowly getting there, and I think maybe it might be this tournament that I'm feeling at 100%. I've been playing really solid rounds in practice, so I'm feeling more confident all the time, and it might be this week.
Yeah, I did notice, through your Instagram and a few of your other socials, that you've been here for a while.
Yeah.
Did you specifically not play an event last week to prepare for this?
Not necessarily to prepare for this, but me and my buddy Väinö, who was coming from Finland, coming from the snow basically, we needed some practice for sure, and it wasn't that we came to practice this course, we just came to practice. And this was the natural place to come to because the next event is going to be here. We were thinking about going to one of the B tiers with Kevin, but we wanted to practice more.
Good. Well, as somebody who was playing in that field with Kevin, thank you for not going. I appreciate that big time. It did not go well for me though. So, we're at Waco. It's the really the third big tournament of the year.
Yeah.
And from now on, we start to go west or east, and once we get back west, that's when I feel like the real tour starts.
Yes.
How are you feeling, and are you going on that full? Are you doing it full on this year?
I'm doing the full West Coast swing, so I'll actually leave the San Diego after the Waco. I'll go play the Daniel Bow Memorial. It's an A-tier, really good event, good field. And after that, I'll go back to Finland for a month. I'll have my Finnish tour. I'll do some events there, and I'll play a tournament there too. And I'll be back for San Francisco, possibly the Goat Hill Challenge actually. So
Okay.
I'll play probably 4 or 5 events in the West Coast swing, which will be San Francisco, Masters Cup, probably Goat Hill, Portland, and Beaver State.
Okay, great. And then are you going to pick it up from there all the way east, or?
Then I'll be back to Finland for almost a couple months, and I'll be back to Europe for the Worlds, and I'll play all the big events in Europe.
Great, great. So I have you here. You live in Finland, and I think you have a good perspective on this next question. How do you feel disc golf is treated? I've heard that disc golf is a lot more ingrained in the culture over there. How is disc golf treated, in the States compared to Finland?
Well, it's treated differently. It's just how people see it. Finland is a really small country, so you can compare, like, if Arkansas had a really good disc golf boom, it would be easier for people to get to know the sport. But if it's all of the United States, it's not that easy for people to get to know it. But in Finland, almost every single person knows disc golf, and people dress nice, and the courses are nice, so it's seen as a sport for sure. In the States, it's definitely getting there, and I've been seeing really good progress over the last 2 years. But it's still, a little bit behind Finland, I would say, which is fine, but we're getting there. And but the competitive side in the US is more professional if we're talking about money, so yeah, the competitive side is better here.
Okay. Are courses mostly pay to play there, or is it free courses? Like, I feel like in the States, it's predominantly going to be free courses.
Yeah.
How is that over Finland?
It's same. Actually, we have even less pay-to-play courses in Finland. I believe we have 2 maybe in the whole country. We have over 700 courses, so
Yeah.
so that's not much. But yeah, mostly free and mostly in the woods. We have a lot of wood. We're the most wooded country in Europe, so we have mostly wooded courses.
Cool. One thing I'd like to get your opinion on. I know it's not your home country, but Järva is closing soon.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that, like, hits you close to home,
yeah,
or
for
how
sure.
do you feel about that situation?
Yeah, my family has an apartment in Stockholm, so it's really close to me, and it's easy to just get the ferry over the sea to Stockholm. And my favorite course, it has always been, and it will always be, amazing place, and I'm really bummed that it's going to be taken out. But Jussi went there last weekend, I believe, to Stockholm, and I think he might be doing something. Maybe he was seeing if he can still have a course there, or I don't know.
Okay, well, fingers crossed. I know if there's something Jussi wants, he generally gets it. He's that type of guy.
Yeah.
He's like, sinks his teeth in. So we've talked a little bit about your play out here. Tonight, I've heard that there's going to be 50 to 70 mile-an-hour winds and, like, crazy rainy. Not to say that's what we're going to be playing in, but if it is a little wet and nasty out here, do you feel like your game is going to be just right on the same, or is there something that you do to prepare for that?
I just bring more towels. Like right now I had only 2 towels, and the ground is really moist, the air is super moist, so I definitely recognize some grip issues, and I'll definitely just bring a lot of towels, and I'm loving the whale sacks. Thank you, Tina, for hooking me up, and those honestly are game changer for me. I said somewhere that they add 30 feet to my distance, and I feel like they do.
I'm clipping that right now and I'm sending it to them. Oh, look at that! And I'm triggered a little bit by you have a Jomez one, but it's fine. I'll let you off the hook. So I know you got a busy day, a lot of things happening. I'll get you out on here on this. Anything you want to say to the fans at home of Seppo?
Well, I want to thank all the people who have been watching my vlogs. It really is nice that some people are watching them. So thank you. My tour series, this is coming out soon, so stay tuned and follow me on Instagram at Seppo Paju. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks for coming on, man. I really do appreciate your time. And for all of you at home, for coverage of everything disc golf, check out my YouTube channel at Johnny Disc Golf. Hey guys, thanks for checking out that interview. If you have it in you, please make a donation at patreon.com/JohnnyDiscGolf. And check out Only the Best Discs at otbdiscs.com. They are super awesome guys getting involved with disc golf at every level.